friend of mine called me and she was completely overwhelmed. She manages everything in her house. And she said to me, I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm falling behind and I'm failing at everything and I'm failing everyone. And I do not even know where to start. And I said to her, have you tried talking to your bestie? So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through my 24 hours with my bestie. Okay, so I did something a little crazy. I handed over my entire home, the planning, the scheduling, the meal decisions, the mental load to my bestie for a full 24 hours. And I'm here to tell you everything that happened. The good, the surprising, the slightly humbling, and yet genuinely life-changing. But first, let me back up and explain what I mean by my bestie. Because if you are new here, that is going to sound a little strange. When I say bestie, I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about AI.
Hi, I'm AI, your bestie.
The kind you can talk to through your phone or computer, AI, something like ChatGPT or a similar tool. I call it my bestie because that is exactly what it feels like. A friend who is always available, never judges, never gets tired of your questions, and genuinely helps you think through whatever you are dealing with, whether it is 6 in the morning or midnight. Now, I want to be honest with you today. This video is not a highlight reel. I'm actually going to tell you what worked beautifully and what surprised me, and where I still had to step in and be the human in charge, because that is the real story. And you deserve the real story. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through my 24 hours with my bestie. So here is how this started. A friend of mine called me and she was completely overwhelmed. She manages everything in her house. And she said to me, I feel like I'm drowning. I cannot keep up with all the decisions. I cannot keep up with doing all the planning. I feel like I'm falling behind and I'm failing at everything and I'm failing everyone. And I do not even know where to start. And I said to her, have you tried talking to your bestie? She laughed at me. She thought I meant a person. And I said, no, no, no. I mean AI. Let me show you what to do. That conversation is what inspired me to document a full 24 hours of using my bestie to run my home so I could show her and show you exactly what this looks like in real life. So here are my rules for the experiment. Rule 1, every time I had a home-related decision, a task, or a question, I had to bring it to my bestie first before doing anything else on my own. Rule number 2, I had to use whatever she gave me as my starting point, not start from scratch. And rule number 3, I am still allowed to edit, adjust, and make final decisions because my bestie supports my thinking. She doesn't replace it. And with those rules in place, I started my morning. It was 9 a.m. in the morning. My husband and I were getting ready for the day. And I was standing in the kitchen, already running through the list in my head and thinking, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? I am so sick of that question. Have you ever been sick of that question? I am sick of that question. So I just opened up my refrigerator and I saw that I had some chicken in the fridge, some veggies, and honestly, I'm not sure what else. I had not planned the week. I had not even thought about it. Normally, this is where I would spend 20 minutes scrolling through some recipes, getting overwhelmed by the options, and eventually just make the same old thing I always make, or an even better option sometimes is just order food for pickup from a local restaurant. Instead, I open my bestie and I type this. And I want you to remember, the prompt is what is important. So the prompt I used was, act as a meal planning assistant. I need help planning dinner for tonight and the rest of the week. I have chicken, I have broccoli, rice, I've got some canned tomatoes, some pasta, and eggs in my kitchen. My husband and I prefer simple home-cooked meals. He doesn't like spicy food, and I want dinners that take no longer than 30 to 40 minutes to prepare. Please give me 5 dinner ideas, one for each night, and a simple grocery list for anything I am missing. And you know what happened? In less than 30 seconds, I had 5 dinner ideas, organized by night with a short grocery list. Not 100 options I had to sort through. 5 clear, simple, done. I looked at the list, made 2 small changes based on what I knew my husband would prefer, and that was it. Dinner for the week. Planned before I even had my first Diet Coke, okay, for the day. That moment right there, that is what I want you to feel. Not the technology, not the AI, but the relief, the feeling of one less thing sitting in the back of my mind all day long. Okay, so by mid morning, I'd already crossed the meal planning off my mental list, but there was something else I had been avoiding for almost a week. We had some work done on our home recently, and there was an issue with the final result. I needed to contact the person who did the work and ask them to come back and fix it. Now, I'm not a controversial person. I do not like sending emails that might come across as rude or demanding, but I also needed this fixed. And I've been putting off writing that email because I just didn't know how to say what I wanted to say without it sounding, too aggressive, too mean, or too passive. So I asked my bestie. The prompt I used was act as a professional communications agent. I need to write a polite but firm email to a contractor who completed work in our home. The result was not what we agreed on, and I need them to return and correct it. I want the tone to be respectful and calm, but clear that this needs to be resolved. Please keep the email under 150 words and do not use aggressive language. She gave me a draft in seconds. It was polite, it was clear, it was firm without being rude. I read it, adjusted one sentence to make it sound more like me, and sent it. The whole process took like 4 minutes. 4 minutes for something I had been mentally carrying around for a week. And that is the thing about the mental load that nobody talks about. It is not always the big tasks that drain you. It is the small things you keep putting off because you do not know how to start. And your bestie helps you start. By the afternoon, I had turned my attention to the week ahead. My husband and I had a few things coming up, some appointments, some home projects we have been talking about, and I wanted to figure out how to fit everything into the week without it feeling chaotic. Now, normally I would sit down with my planner. I have one in my phone, and I would stare at it and feel overwhelmed by how much there was to do, and then close it and tell myself I'll deal with this later. Instead, I typed everything out to my bestie. All the things I needed to get done, the appointments I already had on the date book, the home projects that I had on my list, and I asked her to help me organize it. So the prompt I used was this. I typed in, act as a home management assistant. I need help organizing my week. Here is everything I need to fit in a dentist appointment on Tuesday, a grocery run, 2 home projects my husband and I want to tackle on the weekend, 3 phone calls I need to make, and my regular cleaning routine. Please create a simple day by day plan for the week that feels manageable but not overwhelming. And keep it realistic. I am the only person doing everything at this house. She gave me a weekly plan that was actually realistic. She did not try to cram everything into Monday, and she spread things out. She grouped similar tasks together, and she left me breathing room in the schedule. And here's what I noticed. When I looked at the week laid out that way, it did not feel impossible anymore. It felt really manageable because sometimes the overwhelm is not about how much there is to do. It is about not being able to see it clearly. And your bestie helps you see it clearly. Now, here's something I did not expect. Around lunchtime, my husband called me from his office and he mentioned that a couple of the friends that we are, a couple of our friends that we're friends with had an anniversary coming up and asked if I had any ideas for what we could do to celebrate with them. Normally, I would have said, well, let me think about it, and then spent the next couple of days trying to come up with something while it sat on my mental to-do list. Have you ever had a mental to-do list, right? Instead, I asked my bestie right then and there while I was still on the phone with him. So the prompt I used was act as a creative event planner. My husband and I want to celebrate our friend's anniversary. We want something relaxed and personal, not a big party. We actually prefer something we can host at home or somewhere low key. Our budget is around $100 to $150. Please give me 3 simple, thoughtful ideas with a brief description of each. By the time my husband and I finished our phone call, I had 3 ideas ready to share with him. He picked one immediately, and I did not have to think about it for 3 days. This is the kind of small win that adds up over the course of a week. It is not dramatic. It is not life-altering on its own. But multiply that by 10 decisions a day, and suddenly you have reclaimed a significant amount of mental energy. Now, I promised you the real story, and the real story includes the moments where my bestie could not do what I needed. And I want to talk about those moments because I think they are just as important as the wins. That evening, my husband came home from visiting a relative, and he got some bad news, and he was having a hard day. He was stressed, and I could tell something was weighing on him. I did not ask my bestie what to do. I sat with him, I listened, I made him a cup of coffee. I was present because there is no prompt in the world that replaces knowing your husband and knowing when he needs space and when he needs conversation, knowing what kind of support he actually wants. This is not something AI can give you, and honestly, it shouldn't be. Your, your bestie is a tool for the logistics of life. She is not a replacement for the love, the intuition, the relationship, and the human judgment that you bring to your home every single day. Later that evening, I also had a moment where my bestie gave me a suggestion I did not agree with. She recommended a cleaning schedule that was more intensive than what works for my house and our lifestyle. And I simply said, that doesn't work for us. Let me adjust it. And I did. Because that is always how it works. She gives me a starting point. I bring the knowledge of my own life. Together, we get to something that actually fits. You are always the expert on your own home, and your bestie is just there to help you carry the thinking. By the end of the 24 hours, I sat down with my husband after dinner and I told him about the experiment. And he asked me, so did it help? And I had to think for that moment because the answer is not just a yes, it saved me time. The answer is bigger than that. What my bestie gave me over those 24 hours was not just efficiency, it was clarity. It was a starting point when I did not know where to begin. It was a way to get the noise out of my head and onto a page so I could actually see what I was dealing with. It was the feeling of not being alone in the planning. And I realized something important. This is not the future. This is not some technology that's coming someday. This is available right now, today, on the phone that is already in your pocket. You do not need to be tech savvy. You do not need to take a course before you start. You just need to know how to have a conversation. And you already know how to do that. Your bestie is ready when you are. So here's what I want to leave you with today. If you are a woman who is carrying the mental load of your home, the planning, the deciding, the remembering, the organizing, you do not have to carry all of it alone anymore. Your bestie is not here to take over your home. She is not here to replace your judgment or your love or your presence. She is here like an assistant to help you carry the thinking so you have more energy for the living. Start small, pick one thing this week, just one, and ask your bestie for help with it. Maybe it's with dinner. Maybe it's with an email. Maybe it is figuring out how to organize your week. Just start the conversation. You might be surprised how much lighter you feel after. If you want to learn more about how to use your bestie in your everyday home life, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are just getting started here at Bestie's Guide to AI, and I have so much more to share with you. Leave me a comment below. I genuinely want to know, what is the one thing you would hand over to your bestie today if you could? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you found this channel. And remember, you do not have to figure this out alone. Your bestie has got your back. And so do I. I will see you in the next video. Bye.